enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You'll never know till it's over. So pretty it hurts, just beware of the thorns.
Hello YouTube, how's everybody doing? Today I'm going to do a reaction to a guy who it's called I Trained Like a Prisoner for a Week. And I always like doing these prison workout, watching these prison workout things, you know. But this is a guy that's going to be, he's going off of Larry Lawton, what he told him to do. And so I like to watch these things. And so I've already watched this, so it's not really a reaction, it's a review. So let's get into it.
Imagine you're locked away in a cell for 5, 10, or maybe even 140,000 years like this lady, and had zero access to any gym equipment and ate foods like ramen noodles every day. You would think it would be impossible to get into shape. However, the millions of prisoners out there that live exactly like that have still managed to get into better shape than most people outside of prison that.
And there's a reason for that. For one thing, well, when I first was at the walls, we was able to get protein powder and amino acids. They no longer allow that in Missouri, but they do have like protein bars and stuff in the canteen, but that's really nothing. But there's a reason that they do get in shape. Not everybody in prison works out, but the ones who do are dedicated to it. It's like a religion to them. I mean, if we're locked down or something, they work out in the cell. They don't miss a workout. And they got time. You know, a lot of times out here, after working all day, we don't feel like working out. You know, heck with that. We just want to sit and relax. And consistency. That's the key. Just continue working out. Don't work out one day and then a couple weeks later decide you won't work out again. It's got to be a consistent thing.
Have access to any food or gym equipment they want. And I want to find out exactly how they do it, and then experience it for a full week to see what it's like to eat and train as a prisoner. Now, I was considering jaywalking enough till I got in prison for about a week or two and just experience it firsthand. But then I thought it'd be a better idea to just ask someone who's already done the time. And that someone is YouTuber and ex-convict Larry Lawton.
You guys haven't checked his channel out, go check his channel out. He's has good content. I think he does anyway. And I think he does a lot of reactions to different people too.
And still am known as the biggest jewel robber in the United States. So I robbed between $15 and $18 million. And I ended up going to prison in 1996 for 4 12-year sentences. Got out in 2007.
I spoke with Larry for an hour, asking him all kinds of questions about life in prison and learning the exact diet and workout routines they would follow. A full jar of peanut butter.
Full jar in a day.
In a full day? Really? And after...
He's right, we use a lot of peanut butter now, you know. In the mornings, or before my workouts, I like to make oatmeal and mix peanut butter in. A lot of peanut butter, not just like a spoonful or something. I mean, I wouldn't put a whole lot in, like a whole jar, like he said, but I'd put a lot in there. And I'd eat a lot of oatmeal, you know. Oatmeal is good for you, very good for you. So, he's right about that, about eating a lot of peanut butter. I also bought, like, tuna and other things high in protein from the canteen, you know.
Recall, I was now ready to start my prisoner routine. Every morning, prisoners do cardio, whether that be walking, running, or playing basketball. For this morning...
Not every prisoner does cardio every morning. I mean, maybe where Larry Lawton was at, that's what they did, you know. But he's right, there's a lot of them that do cardio. They play basketball, they run. But like in Missouri, it depends on they don't let all the housing units out at once. So I could work out every day because I worked in a gym. But it all depended on who had the yard, you know. Like Licking had 2 yards, so they'd let 2 housing units at a time, but they's on 2 separate yards. Morning would be 2, afternoon it'd be 2 other housing units.
I decided to do the walking cardio, and Larry said they would also do 25 dips at each corner of the track. But I did push-ups instead, since I didn't have a railing to do dips on. After finishing my morning cardio,
Yeah, we used to on the yard have places to do dips and pull-ups and stuff like that. Some prisons have them like that, some don't. Some have them in front of the housing units, and some don't. It depends on the prison you're in.
it was time for breakfast. As a prisoner, I gotta get all my food for my meals. Of course, I don't have a place to go and buy commissary, so we have to go to Walmart instead. I just escaped prison.
Good luck, guys. Go get them.
Initially, I thought I was gonna get some weird looks, maybe even have the cops called on me, but I quickly learned that Walmart was quite a supportive and accepting place for an escaped prisoner. And I knew that this would be the exact store I would continue purchasing my prison food from. According to Larry, prisoners would either have powdered eggs with milk or cereal for breakfast. And I went with the
Yeah, he's talking. They didn't sell powdered eggs in where I was at in the state prison, but they had, in the commissary, canteen, whatever you want to call it. They didn't have powdered eggs. None of the prisons I was in, they did, but they would have eggs and sometimes real eggs, sometimes powdered eggs in the kitchen, for breakfast. And sometimes I would eat those eggs and sometimes I wouldn't. I mean, they taste, here in a minute he's going to say they taste like a sponge, and they kind of do.
powdered eggs with milk for my first breakfast. Then I'm also going to have a little bit of peanut butter here. This is a bigger jar, so I'm only going to have a few scoops. I was just using the metal spoon to stir that, but in prison, you're not going to get anything metal, because as Larry said, prisoners would turn any kind of metal object into a shank. So this right here is about 3...
That's true. Give them a piece of metal, make something out of it. But it doesn't have to be metal. It can, they can make stuff out of anything pretty much.
350 calories, and this is about maybe 150 calories of milk, and I think I just had about 200 calories worth of peanut butter. So total, my breakfast is going to be 650 calories, which is pretty solid. Now let's see how this scrambled eggs taste. I'm super curious. It's not half bad. At first it tasted like a sponge, like just eating a straight up sponge. Now I'm starting to feel the actual egg texture. This was really tasty at first, but the more you eat it, the more disgusting it gets. I can't imagine having to eat this every single morning. Larry gave me a few...
We didn't have eggs every single morning, but those powdered eggs, they're not, I mean, they're edible. You can eat them, but they're not the best. They're really not. My personal opinion. There might be people out there that love the powdered eggs, but I didn't. I mean, if I had to choose between powdered and real, I'd choose real, but and I'd definitely choose it over some of the other foods they serve in the chow hall.
Few workout routines to do every single day throughout this challenge.
Another routine is the burpee routine. This routine is amazing. You know what a burpee is? You go down, up, 1, 5 push-ups, up, down, 5 push-ups, up, down, 5, non-stop, up, down, 5, up, down, 5. And you continue on to 25 fours, 25 threes, 25 twos, 25 ones, and you will come out of there like you just got out of a shower.
He's absolutely right, and that's the exact thing that like this Mexican that I worked out with one time. He never hardly ever used weights. He always did calisthenics and burpees and pull up. He'd use body weight a lot of times, pull ups and dips, but he wouldn't use weights except his body weight. But he'd do these burpees, and he did the same thing: 25 fives, 25 fours, all the way down. It will wear you out. I mean, it's good cardio. It's a good way to lose weight. I mean,
All right, Brandon, you ready?
All right, let's get it.
On your mark, get set, go.
2, 3, 4, 5. Easy so far. 1, 2. Oh, fuck. It's starting to feel it. 1, 2. Yo, I have to take a break. Oh my god, no way.
He couldn't make it, see. It's rough. I want to tell you another one we used to do. And you got to do this for time, so they don't have to be pretty or anything. But you do 1 push-up, 1 dip, and 1 pull-up. Then you do 2, and then you go 3 of each one, 4 of each one, 5 of each one, all the way up to 10. Then you work your way back down to 1. And first time I did it, I couldn't do it all the way through. You know, we went up the guys I was working out with. We went to about 5, and then we worked our way back down. And I couldn't do it now. I'm telling you right now, I ain't in the shape I used to be, so I couldn't do it now. But you guys want to like working out? Try that one.
Dude, I only made it to 13 reps. I thought I'd at least be able to get through the first 25 easy.
24, come on, one more.
My muscles just gave out there. Oh my god. This burpee routine was no joke. My entire upper body was burning out fast, and towards the end of the pyramid, I could barely raise my arms from the fatigue. Woo!
Yeah, 29:42 basically.
29:42. We forgot to stop the timer. That was like an extra minute on there.
Hey, yo, Brandon, quick muscle up check.
Muscle up check. I'll try.
Oh,
That's good.
easy. Still got it.
Okay, that's it. Alright, it's now time for some lunch, and we're gonna be having prison pizza. On Larry's channel, he has a full-on tutorial showing how he makes prison pizza. Now this pizza is gonna be super fast and easy to make. It's literally just putting in the ingredients, heating it up a little bit, and you're done.
He had a summer dog there, nachos. They're calling this a pizza, but this is what we in Missouri we just called nachos, you know.
Ooh. No! Prisoners don't cry.
That looks good to me. It really does. I haven't had one that since I was in prison.
You know, it doesn't look that appetizing, but it does smell really good. Here's my bite. Pepper, tomato, got some meat, onion, everything is on this one. Let's try it. Whoa, that is not half bad. I did not expect this to taste good at all, but I could actually like eat this. There's still some cold bits in there. The microwave didn't fully warm it up. I would give this an 8.5. It tastes good. It looks decent. The only reason it's not a full 10 is because obviously the ingredients are the healthiest thing to be eating. You want to try?
Yeah.
You guys need to try this. You saw how he made it. It's just nacho, cheese, whatever, you know, cut up a summer dog, summer sausage, throw on there. Whatever you want to put on there, really. Jalapenos.
Yeah, we'll give it a try.
Might need to go in with 2 chips here.
Oh, double
Make
it?
it a sandwich? I don't know. If I was in prison, I'd be pretty happy eating this, honestly.
On day 3, I just wanted to enjoy a bowl of ramen after my workout. However, when I went to look for my packet of ramen, it was missing. Someone stole my ramen. Now, typically, I wouldn't sweat this, and I'd just go to the store and buy another one. But in prison, this works a little bit differently.
You know, in prison, someone takes your food, someone steals from you, what happens?
You ain't taking my motherfucking food. You get stabbed, man. Any little thing. There's certain things.
Larry's right there. I mean, it's not the fact that he's steal a ramen soup from you or whatever, you know. It's the fact you can't let that get away. You can't let somebody get away with that. If they take a soup from you, you know, and you let them do it, then they're just going to keep taking you. You know, you're going to be seen as weak, and they're just going to take advantage of you. So whatever it is they steal, whether it's something expensive or something like a ramen, 12-cent ramen soup or 30-cent ramen soup, you gotta nip that in the bud.
In the prison, you can't let go. I didn't care how big you are, even fucking insinuating you might think you're gonna touch my food, I would hit you.
I knew exactly who stole my ramen, Chano, a man with 11 years of boxing experience. I knew the odds weren't in my favor, but as Larry said, it doesn't matter who it is, you have to stand up for yourself. And after he refused to give back the ramen, we hopped in the ring.
I think China was going easy on him. If he had all that years as a boxer, I think he's going easy.
Unfortunately, my lack of cardio got to me, and if this was a real prison fight, I probably would have suffered significant damage at this point. Now I understand why prisoners take their cardio so seriously.
If that was a real prison fight, it probably wouldn't last that long, for one or two reasons. One, I think they drugged that out, you know. Most fights in prison go real fast. Dog, man. Most fights in prison go real fast, and not only that, I mean, some of them, I've seen some of them last a while, but you're gonna have guards running there and everything else if it's out in the open. And if it's in a cell, they ain't gonna be fighting like that. It's a whole different fight now. So
I just didn't want to beat you up. I'm kind of a nice guy. So you can keep the ramen too. That's it. It's all yours.
It wasn't that good anyway.
Damn, you already ate it. After my embarrassing loss on day 3, I took my morning cardio on day 4 a little bit more seriously. Instead of walking, I did some running. I decided to do it on a treadmill inside because I felt like running outside in a prison jumpsuit might raise some concerns.
well, we had treadmills in the gym in South Central Correctional Center, you know, Licking, Missouri. Had like 2 or 3 of them, I think.
After my cardio, I had the second prison breakfast option, which was cereal along with peanut butter. You know, this jumpsuit is getting a little dirty and kind of smelly. I'm not quite sure how often prisoners get to wash their clothes. I don't know, but I gotta wash this.
I should have mentioned this earlier. You got an orange jumpsuit in Missouri, you're in the hole. So you ain't running around to the gym or on the yard or anything like that. You're either in your state grays or your personal clothes. Yeah, the orange jumpsuits, you'd be in the hole. And so you'd only be working out in your cell or when they take you out to the cage.
Kind of gross. There was a ridiculous amount of push-ups and dips that I had to do every single day. So today I changed it up, hitting back and biceps by doing pull-ups on a wall, since some prisons didn't have pull-up bars.
7. Woo, that is very difficult. You feel it in the forearms right away.
I can literally only do like 10 reps at most. These are definitely an easy way to get really strong forearms.
And people in the hole, when they take them out to the cage, will grab the top of the cage where the bar's at, the frame's at, and do pull-ups like that, you know, or hang from the top. And they'll cut into your hands a little bit too, but that's how they do it in the hole. And of course, I did push-ups in the hole.
My forearms and biceps are pumped to the max right now. This is awesome. So far, I've been enjoying this prisoner training quite a lot. However, the diet part of this, not so much. I'm feeling more sluggish, my stomach doesn't like it too much, and if this challenge was any longer than a week, I definitely think it would impact my workout. Now, as a part of this prisoner routine, every single night I'm going to be reading some books. There's a lot of people in prison who want to improve themselves, who want to become someone once they get out of prison, so they study a lot. They read.
What he says is true. You know, people have the misconception that prisoners go to prison and they learn from other prisoners about crime, and it just makes them better criminals, and they come out worse. Well, that's true for a lot of people. But what is also true for a lot of people is there's people in there that have made a mistake, and all they want to do is improve themselves while they're in there and come out a better person when they get out, and kind of prepare themselves for when they get out. 'Cause the prison really doesn't, at least in Missouri, doesn't rehabilitate people, so you have to do it yourself. And so these prisoners will use whatever resources they can find to better themselves and you know, just come out better, you know. Try to be prepared for when they come out. And the best they can, you know, and a lot of people don't realize that. They think they'll just all run around in there, learning criminal ways from one another, working out, and that's not always the case. I just want to put that out there right now. So what he said is very true.
Read a lot of books. Larry himself studied the law and actually sued the
Right.
prison and changed entire policy. Every night I'm going to be reading Maximum Achievement, which is just to help me be more successful. And then to help develop one of my skills, I'm going to be reading a book about marketing. So as a part of my prisoner routine, I'm going to be reading these two books every single night. Alright, I'm going to sleep. On day 6, I felt quite a lot of soreness in my forearms from the wall pull-ups. However, my back and biceps felt completely fine. So I wanted to hit them again with another workout Larry suggested.
We used to do water bags. Now, water bags, every gallon of water is 8 pounds. We used to do 3 sets, 20, depending on what you know, how much you put in it.
Alright. Wait, hold on. Something doesn't feel right here. Yep. That's more like it. Honestly, I couldn't resist. I really wanted to get this uniform. The range of motion suffers just a tad bit here, but still, you get a really good pump. Now, that's not the only kind of exercise they do with this water bag.
We usually did that like when we was in the cell on lockdown and couldn't get to the gym or the yard. You know, just work out in the cell, you know, and you used what you could. Sometimes a bag full of books, sometimes, like he said, water. Just whatever you can use to make weight.
Got tricep extensions. This definitely combines ASMR with weightlifting. I can also hit the hammer curls. Got a little shoulder press action going here. For the next 10 minutes, I was enjoying the workout and going hard. But then I was reminded why I should have double bagged the water. No fucking way. Well, I'm done with my workout. Now I can't go a week of living like a prisoner without eating some ramen.
Yeah, you don't eat a ramen plain, you know. You gotta have something in it, you know. And people put different things in them. They might cut up like a summer sausage, like we saw earlier on the pizza thing, or nachos or whatever it was he made. But you always put something in there, you know. You don't just eat them plain. Cheese, yeah.
Alright, here we go. We're going to do our first taste test and see how this is. I'm going to try to get some cheese in there, and that sausage, the garlic. Wow. The taste is awesome. The only downside is that it's a little bit too oily. I think the sausage and the oil and the chips I put in makes it just a little bit too oily. But this is good. Obviously, this is very unhealthy. Like, the worst thing you could be eating after your workout. But hey, for a prison, when you don't have access to all the resources you want, this is really good.
I started having health problems after I got out, and the doctors have told me that it's because my high sodium diet in prison. everything in there, it seems like, except for like the cakes and Zuzus and Wham Whams you buy in canteen, was high in sodium.
I would have this after my workouts all the time if I was in prison. Cameraman Derek.
I don't know. That doesn't look that appetizing to me.
This is the first video where cameraman Derek does not want to try whatever I'm eating.
Alright, convince Derek to give it one little try. You gotta try, bro. I swear it's good.
Okay, yeah. It's not bad.
On day 7, there were only 3 things I had left to try as a prisoner. The first being basketball. According to Larry, prisoners also play basketball in the morning as a form of cardio. You know, I'm really excited to do basketball as cardio because in high school I played all 4 years and I worked my way up by the time I was a senior to first division team captain, junior varsity. So I'm gonna just start out here with some 3-pointers. Okay. This one's going in for sure. You know what? I'm just gonna stick to dunking for.
I didn't play basketball that much out there. In there, handball, I didn't play handball at all. I think one time I played handball. Wasn't very good at it. If I need cardio, I'd get on like a treadmill or I'd run the track. You know, or I'd do burpees. I'm telling you, the burpees like you saw earlier.
For the rest of the session, I don't think I'm feeling the shots today. Warm up, just warming up. Alright, I'm warmed up enough. I'm just gonna challenge another inmate on the court. You wanna play just like to 1 point? You down? Alright. Let's go. No. Ready for this one? No! The second to last activity I had left to try was the commercial workout.
If you're in a TV room, you would actually get down during a commercial and do push-ups, as many as your sets would go. So if
I used to do that in my cell. He said a TV room. We had one in the gym, but I think in the feds they weren't allowed to have TVs in their cells, so they had to go to the TV room. But I used to do it in the cell too. You know, I'd watch TV, whatever I'm watching. Whenever a commercial came on, I'd do push-ups or something, you know. But really only when we was on lockdown, because otherwise I'm going to the gym.
you did sets of 30, you do sets of 30. There's going to be a back-to-back commercial, so you'd have to do another 30. And if 3 commercials, do another 30. And then when the TV show comes on, you sit and you rest. You will come out of there pumped. I'm telling you, pumped.
Please, not another. Oh my gosh, brother. I swear, please, another commercial.
Guys, try that sometime. You sitting at home, you know, just watching TV, and you know, you're thinking, I need to work out, but I'm wanting to watch this show. Just do it during commercials like this. I'm telling you, like just like he said, every commercial you do 30 push-ups.
Please don't, no. Oh my. Bro, no way. Finally, this show's back on. We got a crazy pump going right now. Oh my gosh. Now for the final activity. I saved the best for last. This is the final prison meal we're having for this challenge, and I am really looking forward to it. If this works, this will be the only reason I use.
Remember the Chad's cooking show that I reacted to? Chad Marks, Blood on the Razor Wire, and how he was cooking with an iron. This is the same thing here. He's making grilled cheese.
Use an iron from now on. Dude, I think it's almost done. I'm smelling, ooh, it smells good. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Did this cook and become the incredible grilled cheese sandwich that Larry made? Ooh, this looks awesome. Let's do the break test really quick. Let's see how cheesy it is. Ooh, yeah. This is solid. It got pretty flat, but it's all cooked and melted. It tastes super good. This is something I would definitely make again, just with higher quality cheese though, because this is like the cheapest cheese I could find in Walmart. Now, as I sit here finishing my final bites of this grilled cheese sandwich, I want to share 2 lessons I've learned from this week. Number 1, if I were to commit any crimes, it's definitely going to be stuff that'll give me a week or less in prison. I could not imagine surviving off of this kind of diet for months or years. There's just no way. And number 2, even when your circumstances or resources are limited, if you just get creative enough, you can achieve your goal. And one of my personal goals is to hit 1 million subscribers under 1,000 days. So if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe to the channel and also like this video so that other people can see it. With that said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.